Millions are expected to tune in tomorrow for the couple's first sit-down interview since Megxit.
Joining us to talk more about the media impact of this is Chris Weatherspoon. He's the CEO of Pop Viewers, a new app which allows viewers at home to critique the shows and movies they're currently watching.
He is a producer and entertainment journalist who has also interviewed top entertainers, including Will Smith, Hugh Jackman, and Denzel Washington.
Chris, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk about this.
All right, so first thing I want to know, will we hear any really big bombshells in this interview?
Listen, I really think that we will. Listen, Meghan Markle sitting down with Oprah one-on-one is important to notice. It's not Meghan and Harry at first, it's Meghan by herself. And I really feel like there are certain things that she's going to talk about when it comes to the royal family that we've been curious about over here in this country for a very long time. And Meghan's gotten to do something that every little girl in this country wishes to have happened to themselves, which is go from being, a regular young girl in this country to becoming a princess. It happened for her 3 years ago, but we're now recognizing and realizing that it wasn't better on the other side. The fairy tale didn't come true. So I think we're going to learn a lot about the inner workings of this royal family, that there have been rumblings that it's not that great to be a royal. When you watch shows like The Crown, which is huge right now, Prince Harry recently revealed that he watches it, or that he watched it as well. When you watch shows like that, you see what Princess Diana went through. As an outsider, it's not always great to be a royal.
So how much of an impact do you expect this interview to have on American cultures and also across the pond?
Listen, I think it's going to be huge. One thing, I believe it will probably make big ratings here in this country. 29 million folks tuned in to watch Meghan Markle and Prince Harry get married. And Oprah still has the highest rated interview ever with Michael Jackson back in 1993. 90 million people tuned in for that. And again, I think that there's this fixation and fascination that we have globally with this royal family, especially after the death of Princess Diana. There are so many questions that are unanswered. And we saw with her pulling away and talking about how toxic it was to be a royal. That was kind of that first little clue that we had. And then Prince Harry pulling away now, the son that we've been watching all these years. We look at Prince Harry and Prince William like they're a part of the fabric of our lives because of what happened to their mother. So I think people will be tuning in, and there's a lot of emotion wrapped up in that family, and we will see it all on display.
Chris, what is next for this couple? Do you think this will open any potential doors for Harry and Meghan if they plan to do anything here in the United States, maybe a media company, maybe their own media empire?
Listen, anything is possible. They can do anything. I mean, they are kind of American royalty in a sense right now. Meghan Markle especially is, and they're being very strategic about what they do next. They have a deal right now with Netflix. They have no content in this deal yet, but the deal was signed last year for a reported $112 million. So they're going to be churning out a lot of content for Netflix. It probably will be very purposeful, packed with lots of high-level intention. But just know, Meghan has been to this rodeo before. She has been a Hollywood actress. She knows the agent game, she knows the manager game, and she will be very strategic about how this content gets out there and how they monetize it.
Well, let's talk about that, right? Because they wanted to leave the spotlight and the scrutiny of the royal family, yet they moved to LA, the heart of the paparazzi, and they're also doing this interview, which is with Oprah, which is expected to garner all these millions of people watching. So there is criticism across the pond about, if you don't want to be in the spotlight, why are you doing all of these things? Do we know anything about that?
It's interesting. Yeah, a lot of folks don't know. When they first got here a year ago, they were staying at a mansion that Tyler Perry has in Los Angeles. It was closer to Beverly Hills, closer to where all the action happens. And paparazzi infiltrated the compound, got photos, and they did not like it. So they moved to Montecito. They're now very close to Oprah, like a mile away from Oprah. It's not at all the Hollywood scene. You don't have a lot of actors there or producers or people that are, in the scene. But I think that, it is something that will be talked about. Why did you choose Los Angeles? Was this your plan all along? People might be wondering. I don't think it was, but I do think, again, that Meghan, she does fit in this scene. And even watching Harry with James Corden last week, he really felt comfortable during that interview. And it seems like he's comfortable in the spotlight, and he knows how to navigate and hold back and keep certain things precious and safe while also being entertaining.
All right, Chris, I got one more question, and we only have time for like 5 seconds. Is this a play by this couple to come to the United States and make more money?
I think it could be. It could be. I can't say no to that. But I also think that being a royal has its own level of power. And to walk away from that says something.
All right. Chris, thank you so much. Chris Weatherspoon, CEO of Pop Viewers. Thanks.